Yeah.
Okay, people, we are back again. You can see the energy levels are high today.
Very,
Guys,
very high, extremely high.
no. The energy level should be from one direction.
Extremely high energy
No. The
levels today,
energy should
man.
be from one direction, not two
It's a great
directions.
day. You can't
No,
you
no, no,
can't keep that to yourself.
no.
It's a great day.
No. It's a good weekend for those. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. If you know your team scored two, say hi. Hi.
If you know your team, if you know your team did not lose this weekend, say hi. Hi.
If you know your team did not draw, say hi. Hi.
Yeah. If you know your team did not depend on a red card to score to say hi.
Hi. Because the other team too got the red card. So,
After you scored two, no shame.
eh? So
Hey
guys,
guys,
yeah.
thank you for joining us this
Yes.
amazing weekend. That really turned into a horrible weekend, but hey,
It's
we're grateful.
I'm a little bit upset because it's not the way I was
Yeah.
hoping this week could go.
No,
I was
but hey, if you think about it deeply, right?
yes.
You got your wish. You wanted both of us to
To,
lose
to be
on some
honest,
level.
I did. So at the
Yeah,
end of the day, I'm still in a good spot. I'm actually happy.
exactly. So that's
I'm
what I'm
actually
telling you.
happy.
Yeah. So
I'm actually
you
happy. But
yeah,
but deep down, if there was a way to give both teams 0 points, because honestly, but we will get to it. We will dive
all
into
right.
it. We will dive into it. So let's start from our Friday's game. Uh, or let's just go La Liga. Let's talk our Spanish brothers. It was
Yes.
I think for the Real Betis, they actually won. They won 3-1. I'm
Yeah.
happy for them.
And Anthony
Anthony,
played.
yeah, no goal, no assist yet. So we're still
Zero
watching.
zero 007. We are counting.
I think that's a little bit harsh and unfair to
Yeah,
to
when
our
he
boy.
got there last season and he was scoring from the first game, he wasn't harsh and unfair. No excuses.
Well, we were marketing him them to show him what a good product.
No
But so far,
excuses, please.
but so
Zero
far,
zero 007 counting.
Real Betis are doing very well. They're in the top five. So good
Yeah,
good luck to them
absolutely.
this season. And let's go to the team that they always find a way. I think, but I kind of predict. I think we both predicted either always they were going to win. I don't
Yes,
think we had.
we predicted it.
I don't think there was anything stopping it, and they had the
Yeah,
banger, beautiful goal from Militao from
yeah.
outside. Fantastic
That
goal.
was a good goal.
It was. It
And
was
then
a very
the inevitable Mbappe scoring. He's turning into Ronaldo. Whether they play well or not, he's just finding a way to score.
so I'm beginning to look at Mbappe almost like Kane now for Madrid. Like, it's like you just look at who scores, you just see Mbappe. It doesn't move
Yeah.
you. You're not. There's no excitement. There's nothing to say that. Oh, you know what, Mbappe. But before like Ronaldo scored. Wow, let me go and see. I'm like, it's now like
Well,
a game of
yeah,
numbers. It's like okay,
yeah.
but yeah, it's like well
It's
they won.
mechanical. There's
Yeah,
no
there's no excitement to it. But hey, good one for Real Madrid.
yes. And
The one we
they are
talked
on top of
about.
the table, so they won't
Yes,
care.
they won't care.
So
Zabi Alonso too. I think this is good for the confidence for him and also for the team as a whole, which
yeah.
is a good one. We went. I think we kind of did one Valencia Atletico Club.
I think I called Valencia was going to beat them.
So
Yeah.
Leary, I don't know what's going on, but maybe could it be the hangover from playing Arsenal,
No,
being
so
exhausted,
I'm just
tired?
going to say that, especially after today's game in the EPL.
Yes,
I'm just going to say that it's a fresh season. Teams are still figuring things out.
yes.
By the time we come back from the second international break, right,
Okay.
we're going to see clarity. By that time, teams are you can put 5, 6 win runs
Okay.
together.
Let's say
Then
injuries in people that are injured are coming back. So,
yes, and then we
but
can see what's going on with someone's season. Is the
it's
club
all
doing
that's
well
true.
or not?
I think that's a fair point. Well, good one for Valencia. Uh Man, I don't know what's wrong. Diego Simeon, what is
Yeah,
happening?
it's not looking good at all.
A 1-1 draw with Mallorca, and they had a red card in that game.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not it's
it's
not looking
almost.
good at
It's almost like is Julian Alvarez missed a penalty in that match. Alexander Solot got the red card. Luckily, Gallagher saved them, and then those guys equalized in the 85th minute. I mean,
yes, towards the end of the towards
Atletico Madrid. I think we really need to. So what exactly is going on? Does
I've
Simeone
told
need
you,
a
and
break?
that's my stand. They need fresh ideas. This is not taking anything away from Diego Simeone.
Yes, he's
I
achieved a lot.
actually think Simeone should end up in a place like Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juve, one of those
Yeah,
Italian clubs. Go with a fresh idea to one of those guys, right?
something different for him, for
Something
himself
different for
as
those
well.
guys. But I think for
Atletico.
Atletico Madrid, in my mind, I'm from looking at them over the past few months, right? They need something different.
I think so. I agree. I agree.
They
They
need
need they
something
need
different.
they need something that because it's not this is not a good start from them. I mean, Real Madrid and Barcelona are really running away in the league already.
Yeah.
So that is something.
I mean, as at this time that we are recording, Barcelona is winning again. So they already scored one. So
I mean, all we just say they should take it easy on Getafe.
yeah, Atletico Madrid is 12 after 5 games. They are 12th on the table with 6 points.
6 points. I mean, Real Madrid has got 15 as of now. Barcelona got 13.
Hmm.
That's what. There's honestly it's still a long season, so anything can happen.
Yeah, they might be able to come back and put it together. But if it was me, whatever happens at the end of this season, he's still the highest paid coach in the world. Think
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
what I'm saying. For the highest paid
I
podcast, I
will
mean,
part ways with him and get fresh ideas on board. Let's
fresh
try
ideas on
something.
what. Yeah, I think I agree with you on that one. Let's go to our brothers in Italy. The Syria, another. Should I say? I think we can just jump into it. Bologna beat Genoa 2-1. Congrats
Yeah.
to them. But the talking points, Juventus. I mean, what is going on right there? Something is going on at Juventus.
We're saying that they don't depend. That's the problem.
But I
I
think we
don't know.
said they were going to win, but we said they will still concede. But I
They
mean,
will still
drawing
consider, and we
1-1,
didn't think it will end 1-1.
we didn't think it will. I mean,
I mean,
drawing
when they
1-1
scored
still.
19 minutes, if they could defend, they might be able to defend this all the way, but they consider the penalty. So
I mean, it's some
it's
and it was a Nigerian boy, Gift Urban, giving giving them the equalizer. So
yeah,
maybe hopefully he might get called up to the
surprise.
the Super Eagles. But Juventus, our Juventus, they should do something. They should do something real quick,
Oh,
and
yes.
and then we can go to
AC
the
Milan. Good
AC
win for them
Milan,
away.
Udinese 0, AC Milan 3, and
Battle of mid clubs. It's okay.
Captain America came to save them this time with
Yeah, and
two
he was the
goals.
man of the match. He did really well. Had 2 goals.
So I think there's something about Pulisic. Anytime he plays well, he plays well.
And when
He
it's
has
when he doesn't play well, it is horrible to
he's
watch.
horrible.
There's no midpoint for Pulisic.
There's no midpoint. I mean,
Yeah.
the Don is on his game. He can carry the whole team by
Yes.
himself, and he's done that a whole lot for. I initially when the move to AC Milan, I actually didn't think it was going to work out. But seeing what he has been doing, um, AC Milan they have a couple of Chelsea boys. The Nkuku came.
Yeah.
You mentioned. Why are you laughing at the hearing of Chelsea? Why? Why?
A bunch of mediocre players that they gathered. They are now selling on a 20 cents to a dollar. That's what
Well,
they're selling.
we are still waiting for their 74 charges, but we'll leave Chelsea on the side. Lazio Roma won the game. Roma won 1-0. Lazio
Yeah, that's with
with
two red cards.
two red
Yeah.
cards. Interesting over there. Oh my goodness. And
Game of the weekend for me. Shocker of the weekend. Como. But before we go to that, let's go to Atlanta. And they won away.
guess who guess who played today? Guess who played?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Although he came in late, but hey,
Yes, he came in late, but he's back.
but at least yeah, he's back. He got some
He's
games.
back.
He got some games under his belt.
Yeah,
And what can we say? The Spanish game and Como beating
yeah.
Diego uh,
Beating the
David
gear.
De Gea. David De
Yes.
Gea, that is something. And Como, honestly, I think Como are doing
I
quite
watched a
well.
bit of the game. They play well. Those guys actually play well.
Yeah,
Como.
they do play good football. They play good
Yeah,
football.
I'm gonna
They
I'm
play
gonna
good.
be looking out for them this season just to see where they end up.
So I don't think they might go that far, but I think um, Cesc Fabregas is really making his resume. He's
Yeah,
building up his resume.
absolutely.
The experience he's getting from the league, and having a crop of young boys who are willing to listen to him, learn the philosophy. I mean,
Yeah,
good one for Como. And I think as we speak, Inter Milan are winning
yes,
right
yeah.
now. At time of recording, Inter Milan are winning.
Mhm.
So we can jump to our boys in Germany.
Yes, in Germany.
I think we can just really jump to the win one. I think we should stop begging them. It doesn't. It seems like all our pleas.
It doesn't it doesn't matter at this point.
I mean, Hurricane hat trick again.
Patrick again. Yeah, two
Two-
penalties.
I mean, 4-1
But you
Offenheim.
still
I
have to
mean,
put them away. You know,
no.
you get penalties, you have to put it away. So
To be honest, and as they always say, it's actually one of the hardest things to do. Opposition fans, you're playing away. Everyone's the confidence.
yeah. Mhm.
It reminds me of my heydays.
Yeah.
They call me the Cold Stone penalty killer.
Mhm. I like stories that never happened, but it's okay.
But yeah, we had Leipzig winning 3-1. Werder Bremen. Wow.
I
They-
watched that because of our boy. He came in, but that team is not looking good. No,
so from
team
what
is
you're
not
saying, are you
looking
saying it's a bad move for him?
it doesn't look like a good move. I'm not saying it's a bad move, but it doesn't.
You have to be on one side of you. Is it like it wasn't good? You can't say it wasn't good, but you're saying it's not looking
No,
too good.
I'm saying it doesn't look like it because again, it's still the season is
Still
still
early.
fresh, right?
Still, yeah,
Still
that's
early.
true.
They might be able to turn it around, but I hope he
Hopefully.
doesn't find himself in a relegation scrap.
But to be honest, and I think we need him even to bounce back. The Nations Cup is coming. He needs
Yes,
to pick
yeah,
up form real quick.
it's no, it's not
But yeah,
looking good.
let's go to the French boys. To the French boys. Lyon beating Angers 1-0. Uh, and I think your second team, or should I say your favorite team in Ligue 1.
Yeah,
I will leave the floor for you to talk about their performance
no,
this
I'm not
weekend.
talking about them.
I'm leaving the floor for you to talk about them.
No, I'm not doing any talking about them. Move ahead.
But they won.
Brest, they won. Brest. It was a nice, it was a nice performance because Brest were in control. They had two pairs up front, and it was a very controlled performance by Brest. They stood tall, you know,
I
and they
think
were hard. When you looked at the Brest performance, it was a hard performance, soft and hard at the same time. You know, yeah.
what I'll say is my players were confused. Nice. They thought they were going to the strip club. They didn't know they were going to play a football game. So they so they were distracted.
Hopefully, in fact, I'm looking forward to Brest. If you can find this video, we are looking forward to you making it back to the Champions League. We love to watch Brest every week, week in, week out.
And for Nice, Terry Murphy getting on the score sheet, fantastic
Yes.
one. Hopefully, he can. I know last
Mhm.
season was tough for him with injuries. Hopefully, he can get back his form.
Get back.
Um,
Yes. Absolutely.
we'll need him for the Super Eagles. I mean,
Mhm.
every player that we can get, hopefully, we can have good players. And then Chelsea Junior Club, they won.
They won. Yes.
The juniors won, but the seniors did not win. Yeah. But I don't want to delve into that. But Strasbourg 3, Paris FC 2. What a game for them. What a game. Um, it's hopefully they can keep up. One of the, what should we say? One of the boys they brought to the senior squad, Emegba, he scored in the 87th minute. I'm sure
Yeah.
the senior team will be happy to see their
Oh well.
boys doing very well.
Their feeders team is making them proud. But they
Is
beat my
making
second favorite team, Paris FC. But that's okay. That's fine.
which one? How many? You can't have too many favorite FC. You have to. You need to have one favorite. You can't be having too many second. This is my favorite. You have to pick one. Are you
I
with
I
Paris
like my
FC?
Paris. I
Are
like my
you
Paris FC.
are you with
Please.
Paris FC or are you with?
I like my Paris FC. I like my Paris FC. I love Brest, but I like my Paris FC.
Well, one day they will meet their match. Well, we still have the game tomorrow, Marseille versus PSG. That's gonna
PSG,
be a
yes.
big one. It's gonna be a
That's
huge
the game
one.
of the
So
weekend. We look forward to that.
yeah, that's the game of the weekend for those in Eastern time. That's 2 p.m. Eastern time. So anyone that I believe it's gonna be a good game. Mason Greenwood should score a hat trick in that game. Fingers crossed.
He's going to lose. He's an ex-United player. He gets to lose.
Yeah, yeah, here we
He will
go
lose
again.
because he's an ex-United player.
Here we go again. But it's all good. We understand where you're coming from. We
Yes.
understand where you're coming from. But yeah, let's jump in. Let's jump into the
So
games of the weekend. And
EPL review. Oh,
and
guys, yes. EPL
yes,
review. We have a great
a
United
special
fan
guest.
joining us.
A
We're
special
going to bring
guest.
him up. Hey, bye. Thank you for joining in.
Let's
Thanks for having me, man. This is cool. It's really, really cool.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for joining in.
let's do this. Thank
Guys,
you.
if you can,
Thank you so
if you
much.
can, it is two against one. That is unfair.
No. It's not. No, no, no.
He's a
It's not two
United
against one.
fan,
No.
and
I completely disagree.
that is how United won yesterday. They had one more player too. That's what they are used to. That's how
Wow.
they get wins.
For
They make sure they are playing one more than the opponent at all times. Give the opponents red card and win the game. But it's okay. Let's jump into it. Thank you again, Bayer, for joining us
yes,
on
thank you so
TNT
much.
Sports.
You're already
Thank you so
cracking me
much.
up, even with that
No,
intro.
no. The thing is expected, right? It's expected. You know, in the western part of Nigeria, some people they like they like some people like the okra, and some people like the ogbono. So that is
Ooh,
how their team perform.
ooh.
That is how their team perform. So yeah, but guys, let's first start. From the Merseyside derby. Uh,
Yes.
Liverpool doing it again. 2-1, 2-1 to Liverpool. There, I think they're unbeaten. They're still unbeaten in the league. I mean, what else do you want us to say? Gravenberg, Ekitike. I mean,
Yeah.
what was your
I
take
mean,
on the game?
before I go, Bayer, what do you think about Liverpool so far this season?
So my own point is, for how long will they keep this up? That's the angle. But
Yeah.
sometimes when things are working for you, you're always on top of the world. People don't even see the
That's true.
mistakes, right?
That's true.
There are a lot of holes in that team that people are not seeing yet until they lose the first game. Okay. Florian Wirtz, for example, that's one
We
really
don't
big
want to
deal.
we don't want to talk about him yet. No goals,
Yeah.
no assists, no
So
shot on
He's
target.
on zero. He's on 0-0. Let's see,
But
5 or 6 now.
no, he's on zero on all parameters.
In all parameters.
Chances
but
created,
my
true
point,
pass.
my
I
point,
mean, nothing.
yeah, my point is Liverpool concedes a lot.
Yeah.
And this comeback thing, having to all this, most of their winning goals have come past 80 minutes in the last 5, 6 games.
Yeah.
Yes.
How
90,
can that be
91, 92.
sustainable for the whole of the season? It's not.
Yeah.
And that's my fear for them. It's a good thing they're on top of the league right now, and they're a decent side. Not taking that away from them, but there's still some buts within that team. And
Little holes.
once the first team cracks it, you know, it's just gonna be easy, easy peasy for the other teams. But for now, let them enjoy that top of the table. They have everything
Absolutely.
going for them.
I,
I think
I would,
I agree with him. I agree with him as well.
yeah, I would say that there's they might also be enjoying the aura that comes with being a champion.
That's
Exactly.
good.
There's
Yeah.
that thing with it where
The confidence.
teams tend to best respect you when
True.
they are playing against you. When if you watched the game yesterday, Everton sat deep for most part of the game because they were scared of conceding and conceding.
That's true.
But the minutes they came out to play, the
So
minutes they
it was
came out to really play, it was a different ball game. So just like you said, once somebody cracks it, then we'll begin to see those loopholes. I know you say we don't want to talk about it here, but Florian Wirtz is on 005. Um, Isaac is on 002. We are
I
counting.
think now that you mentioned Isak, that was going to be my next point. I think they are struggling to adapt to get him into that team. I think he's
Exactly. I
really
saw that too.
I
Yeah,
think he's really because I watched the game in the midweek in the Champions League. His touches, his control, he's not having to know where to be. He's dropping behind. He's trying to. I
yeah.
think he's trying to do too much.
Yes,
Like
he's trying to say I'm here now,
yeah, he's trying to say
and
I
it's
have.
not
But
working.
what is now not working again in his favor is Ekitike is scoring the goals. Ekitike is getting
Ekitike,
all the scratches.
Ekitike has surprised me with the way he passes
Yes.
the ball into the net.
Yes.
He
And
I'm shocked.
one other thing is why we might not look at that. Price tags sometimes affect players.
it does. I,
Regardless of how big you are, sometimes price tag is a big deal, especially when you play 1, 2, 3 and it's not
yes,
working out,
and it's
then
not
the
working.
pressure comes.
And I think you start to see it in the players whereby they're not. You be like, man, relax. You can see it on their face. Their
And
control.
all Sky Sports wants to talk about is Victor Gyökeres. They've refused to talk
So
about Esco 006,
see, this is why I keep on saying.
Isaac
See,
002.
this is
And
what I'll
all
say.
these players are more expensive
See,
than
let me tell you, this is what I'll
Victor
say.
Gyökeres.
This is what I'll say. Before we get there, we'll still get to your currency, right? But this is what I'll say. I think Ekitike is lucky because the Isaac and Florian Wirtz money took the shine off him.
Yes,
So
the
now
pressure
the
will
Yeah.
come.
focus, yeah. So now he's able to play his game without, and if he doesn't do anything, no one is actually bothered because no one is looking at him.
Yeah,
So that way he can come in. I mean, he dyed his hair. No one cared. No one cared. Like, I bet you, if Isaac should do something out of the ordinary, it's going to be talked about. But anyways, guys, let's jump on to the next game. Brighton Spurs 2-2 draw. Honestly, I didn't see that coming. I thought Spurs were going to win, but Brighton,
well, I told you Brighton was going to win. I told you.
you
I
did,
told
you
you.
did, you
And
did, but
Spurs got away with one.
they did, they
They
did,
got
they
away with
did.
that.
I actually knew Brighton was not going to lose. I didn't think they were going to win.
They were going
I
to win.
just felt they were not going to lose. I felt like the worst case scenario for them was a draw,
Yeah.
regardless. Spurs is not really, they're not exciting to me in my own viewpoints. They're here, they're there, they're up, they're down.
They
You
lack
know,
creativity in their game.
they've not really held on
They
to
lack
anything.
creativity. To be honest, for Thomas Frank, I think he should just keep going, just keep doing what he's doing. Win today, draw tomorrow. I think the
Yeah,
Spurs fans are fine. They are fine.
they
They are
are fine
fine.
with that. They probably end up with seventh position or eighth
They'll
at the
be
end of
fine. They won't
the
complain.
day. Okay, Europa League.
Let's jump on next on Burnley, Nottingham Forest. Man, I think posted Ange. This is his first point in three games. I mean,
Yeah,
they lost his debut game to Arsenal. They got kicked out in the EFL and going to Burnley to get a draw. What should we say? It's not bad.
there's nothing to discuss. They went to the worst team in the league and they got a draw.
Are they necessarily the worst? Because Burnley they are not the worst. And Wolves are the worst.
They're,
Wolves
they're
are
not
zero
the
points.
worst team.
They're not the
Okay,
worst.
so So they are the second worst team
No,
because I rate
So
Sunderland
this
ahead
is
of them. You can't tell me Burnley
this
is
is
better
my
than Sunderland.
Scott Parker
my
plays good football.
opinion today.
Yes, go
Yes,
Those
ahead.
three new teams, none of them is going down this season. If you've seen the three teams play,
exactly.
those three promoted teams, none of them is going down
They played.
because
Yeah.
they are surprising me. Like I don't even think I could have thought they would have been that good. The three
Yeah,
of them
So
will survive the league.
so
yeah,
by this is my
and-
pushback. Based on
yes,
historical data, right? The first 10 games, this is what these teams do.
exactly. I was going to say that. Then
The
let's
first
wait
10
till
games,
January
this is
when
this is what they
when
do.
the pressure
No,
starts.
when they start getting to Christmas period and they start seeing the games are coming thick and
Thick
fast,
and
every
fast.
2 games, every 3 games, then it changes. But then
Yes,
again,
I
to be
agree.
honest, I see where you're coming from. They actually give teams a tough time.
In my opinion, just to add to what you're saying today, and
Yes.
to push back on you by a little bit, if any of them will go down, my money will be on Leeds, and this is the reason. Leeds fancy themselves as an attacking side.
These are
They
currently
fancy them,
top.
and that will not save you as a promoted team in Premiership. As a promoted team, what you need is to know when to defend. Games where you go in looking for, from the whistle blowing, you are looking for 1 point. I think Sunderland recognizes that. I've watched them
Well,
play, they recognize that.
we'll get to Sunderland and we'll get
Yeah,
to this. Well, let's just jump into West Ham versus Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, you know what? They are fifth
they're
on the
back.
table. They have 9 points.
Yeah,
And this is their first win this season. I mean, what a good time to do it away and put more pressure on Graham Potter. I don't know, Bio. What do you think about West Ham this season? What is wrong?
I don't think Graham Potter will last till Christmas. I'm not sure.
Amorim or Potter, who goes first?
So this is let's not get to Amorin first because Amorin is okay. We'll talk about Amorin when we get to United.
Yeah,
But for Graham Potter, I don't see him after Christmas because that team has been exceptionally playing below par, in my
Yeah,
opinion. Very, very below par.
and they have better players than what they are pushing.
Than yes, than what
That's
they're
what.
putting out. So
Yeah,
so do they necessarily have better players? So, for example, right during the summer transfer window, they had the opportunity to go get to reinforce. They already had Fulcrum as their striker. Who do you go and get? A Callum Wilson.
yeah.
To me,
That was
that is
that was the
not a
weird decision.
signing. That's not a signing that if I'm a West Ham fan that says I'm actually going to compete. The truth is West Ham actually they don't go far, but they do compete in the Premier League. But so
Yeah.
far they've been flat. I mean, you bought the relegated keeper, you've changed your defense, man.
And they bought an Arsenal central defender who was part of the team at our lowest.
I
I
mean,
mean,
Mavropanos.
I don't
You
understand.
see, you don't go to the Greek league and buy the best centre back and think
What does that
it's
mean?
gonna I think he's gonna come to the Premier League. I
Jesus
mean,
Christ.
sometimes
But
when
the
you
saddest part for me is they are going to waste the prime of players like Bowen, Paqueta, and all those guys. Those guys are actually good
honestly,
players.
they are good
Actually good
players.
players.
They
You
are
need
good
to
players.
surround them with proper talent, but doesn't.
I,
You are still
I'm
if
happy.
Ward Prowse is still playing in your midfield as a starter, then there's a problem because he doesn't get around as
No, it
much.
doesn't. It
You
doesn't.
know, so
It
Mm.
doesn't. But yeah,
yeah,
that's a good one. Let's jump to Wolves. Wolves lost at home to Leeds 3-1. I know I called it for you. I said Leeds were going to beat Wolves. I told you
yes, you
last
did.
week. I told you. I said
Yes, you
the
did.
Leeds I've been watching, they're going to beat Wolves. You see Victor
Yes,
Pereira. You see that new manager bounce of last season where they were comparing him to Amorim.
yeah.
If you check gradual, yes, they lost Cunha. It's a big loss. And some of their signings, sometimes they buy players. You're like, who is this guy? Where is he coming from? Players from unknown, one like unknown gunmen, unknown
Yeah.
gunmen. So I don't know, Bayo. What do you think about this? Wolves, the 0
Don't
points
just
this
gloss
season.
over it. Oh. Your favorite player was absolutely useless in that game. Tolu Arokodare.
So
Let's just point
a
that out.
pushback on you, Tunde. You know, Tunde
Yes.
says something that Leeds will be the one that would actually go down if
I
any of them
disagree
would
with
go
him.
down.
I
Did I
actually
get that?
disagree with
Disagree
him.
with me. Okay.
I disagree with
Like
you.
I disagree with you 200%.
Okay.
Do you actually watch the championship? Do you do
No.
you watch the championship?
No.
Oh,
Not
I
a
do.
lot.
I do. Like I watch it like I watch the Premier League, right? If you watched
Okay.
this last season, if you watch,
Yes.
so most Premier League team would not survive the championship because of the running and the power.
It is
That
Yes.
team has a lot of pace and power. And United, for example, we lack all of this. We lack like that's one of the
hundred
problem I
percent,
have with
hundred
my
percent
player. So that's the reason why that lead side will do better because they're coming with a lot of force
energy.
and
Yes,
they're champions in their rights. Don't forget it. They're champions in their right. And as far as they are concerned, the first thing they want to achieve is stay on top.
survivor. Yes.
And look at it, they've been getting points even where you would not even imagine. I never for
Yep.
once thought they would get 3 points against Wolves. Not even after Wolves scored
Oh,
first. I
I
was
could
like,
In
imagine
fact,
it. Wolves
if
is right
in fact
now
last
useless.
week they were unlucky to lose to Fulham because in the 94th minute they scored an own goal.
exactly.
They were just
So
unlucky.
they're grabbing
So,
those necessary points, and it's
so
always good to
yeah, to
hand those
start
points early.
early in the season.
Yes, I'm
However,
saying
this is my pushback again.
it.
The only reason why I've watched Leeds a few times this season.
Yes.
They look good on the eye. They play real proper attacking football. But my pushback again is, and I'll put my hands up if they surprise me and stay up. The worry I have for them is, as we mentioned earlier, when the games start to come thick and
Thick
fast,
and fast.
and teams are now sitting deep to catch you on the counter because they are more experienced in the Premier League, and the big teams start to kill you off with 5-0,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you start to doubt your confidence. You know, start to doubt your confidence because you're coming from championship. No amount of running will save you if you don't know when to defend. That's my point.
So
They
this is
are
what I'm going to say, right? They have a manager that's been in the Premier League twice, Daniel Falk. He
okay.
has that experience, and he's also been relegated.
And I
So
hope
at least he should have the experience now.
okay, now he's been relegated. I hope he
Yeah.
has learned enough
It's
lessons to
lessons.
know to know that, and because see, that's the problem I always have with these relegated
Coaches.
promoted teams, right?
Yes.
When they come in, they want to show that they can play with the big boys. It takes time. No one is saying you play with the big boys, right?
Yeah.
But you have to earn it. You are not going to go and see. Let me use Arsenal as an example. It's one of the reasons why I think Arsenal never won the Champions League under Arsene Wenger. He didn't respect the big boys enough. You don't go attack a Barcelona home and away. Who are you?
Yeah, but Arsenal in their rights were big boys. If you
No,
can,
you are
you
not
can.
a big boy until you win that competition. You are not.
I like
You were
that
not coming.
I like that concession today. It's a good
Yes,
concession.
yes. I don't fool myself. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I don't fool myself.
So
See,
now we
especially
can.
when you think about look at 2006 final. We lost a player. We're leading 1-0. We were still attacking Barcelona. Do you think a Mourinho attacks Barcelona in that game after taking 1-0 lead with a man down? He would have brought in 7 defenders and blocked every. So my
So,
point is, to cut it short, Leeds will need to know towards the end of the season, if they've not gotten to 40 points by, let's say, February, if they're not at 40 by February, right, they better know that it's time to start defending and getting some points on board. That's my point.
well, I will wish them all the best. So let's jump
Yeah,
to
I hope so
before we
because
get
I'm going to take Bayern on when they get relegated.
No,
all right,
they
let's
won't.
jump to one interesting game. Fulham 3, Brentford 1. I
Yeah,
think Fulham that's a
good
good
one for
one.
Iwobi.
Yeah, I think this is his first goal this season. I think he's really been off form. I mean, for the past, both for club and country, I think Iwobi has really
Yeah,
been poor. So I think hopefully this will give him the kickstart that he needs, to get back in form and be vital for especially with the international break and the Nations Cup coming up in December. So for Fulham,
He's a
honestly,
mediocre player.
I'm never bothered about Fulham. I know they
Move
will be
on.
fine. I know they'll be fine at the end of the season.
Stop hyping Iwobi. Move on. He's mediocre. He didn't do anything for Super Eagles. Move on.
Well, let's jump into the games that were played today.
Yes. Let's do
Sunderland,
Bournemouth and Sunderland games.
yes, Sunderland won, Aston Villa won. I actually watched that game, entertaining from beginning to the end. I mean, Sunderland had the red card, but if you're watching that game, you think
You
Aston
wouldn't know.
Villa, you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't
I,
know. Yes.
I, I looked at my team. I said, "Man, you cannot play Sunderland. There's no way. We have to skip this fixture. We have to skip this fixture."
So those are the things I was trying
Is
to
what
make
I
you
was talking
understand,
about. They
because
were going end to end.
those teams will just be, they will keep going at you
I
end
mean,
to end. And most of those Premier League players, they always act like big boys, right? You don't
Yeah.
see them putting that effort. But these guys who earn 20, 15,000 per week, you see
they-
them
Who's
running at
earning
you.
10, you mean 7.5, 8.5 per week?
I mean, these guys they had the red card. Yes, it was.
Yes.
I looked at the tackle. It wasn't really, but the guy reacted to what Matty Cash did, right?
Early in the game too, 33
Early,
minutes.
early in the game. I mean, they started having corners after corner. I mean, Emil Martinez didn't know what's going on. All he was just seeing was balls were flying up and down, up and down. I was saying what was going on. I mean, and you see the fans were behind him. Come on. And then
I want to give special mention to a guy that they took off towards the end of the game. I think his name might be
is it Ballard?
Wilson Isidore Talbi.
Is
No,
it
Sadiki.
Sadiki? Oh, Sadiki. Oh, he was a menace. Like
No, you needed to have seen that guy. He
he was
was.
a menace.
I'm sure they tested him for performance enhancing drugs after that game. He was a menace.
I mean,
Yeah.
we need to talk about Villa, man. Something's going on in Villa that I don't know what's going
Those
on
guys
with
are
them.
not in shape.
I mean, they just have 3 points. They're starting their Europa League campaign this coming week on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the team. I mean, today, Watkins means a sitter right in front of the keeper. They brought in Sancho. He tried to
It's going
create
get
something.
worse.
So, I mean, by the time they start playing Thursday and Sunday, or Thursday and Monday, I mean, Villa needs something. I don't know what's wrong with that.
And they made it worse by signing an ex-United player again.
Who is the ex?
Why are you
Good.
doing that?
He's not an ex.
It's
He's
not an ex.
still-
It's
he's
still a
still
Man
in our-
United.
Oh, yeah, he's on loan.
Yeah,
That
he's
means
on
on
loan.
loan.
Ah,
No, actually,
did they not see what happened with Chelsea with him?
Sancho changed the game for them when he came
absolutely.
in the
He played
80th
well.
minute.
He
He,
played well. I
he
wouldn't-
started creating chances.
Yes, him and Elliot.
Yeah, Navi Elliott. But still,
Yes, they
you
played really
can
well.
do so well, but if the results are not coming, I mean, it's damning already. Hopefully, they can kick back. Let's jump to Bournemouth, Newcastle. I mean, man, Newcastle. It seems it's just St James Park is where it happens. Anything outside of St James Park is a struggle.
The only thing I'm going to say about Newcastle is they better have someone scouting the market for a proper striker for January.
I think
They are
most
going to
teams need
struggle.
that too, not just Newcastle.
They are going to struggle. Woltemade is going to struggle in the Premier League. I took my time. So let me explain. I was watching the Newcastle game for I was switching back and forth.
Back and forth, yeah.
Yes, but I watched mostly the Newcastle game. It looked slow.
He's never been a fast player. He's not
And that's,
fast.
that's going to be a
He's
problem in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I promise you, you cannot have a striker that is 1 or 2 steps behind the defenders. You understand? So the problem is he was slowing the attack down for the rest of the guys. I see now why the coach didn't start him against Barcelona.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
He's
No,
slow.
but you have to look at Newcastle's game, right? Newcastle they've been built on pace and power.
Exactly.
I mean, their
now
front
you then buy
three.
slow striker. Why?
I mean, I think they really hurt not getting Ekitike because Ekitike fits into their squad. It was their perfect Isaac
we have fit into that team.
Funny thing is, I still have a feeling that they still had they felt they were not going to sell Isaac,
Isaac, yes,
because
yes,
they were not really trying to replace him.
yeah.
Yeah, they tried, they failed, right? But they were not really trying. They felt like they could still hang on till probably January.
No, I think they tried. I think they tried. I think what happened to them this summer window was, they lost their CEO, they lost the former people who were in charge. Eddie Howe's brother is the one in charge of recruitment. I mean, they're facing PSR. I mean, the only signing I see there is Elanga. There's nothing else. Watemade, yes, just those two signings. I mean, they didn't really reinforce that much in the whole team. So,
So Tune, it's not so. Let's say those were just the two signings.
yes,
I don't think the scouting was proper. I'm not saying get an Isaac level striker.
yeah,
You don't have many of those in the world, right?
no, you
Even
don't.
Arsenal is struggling with Eucharist. I would prefer Isaac today, even with him struggling in Liverpool. However, ultimately, the way the team plays, they play with a lot of pace.
They're very
It
fast,
seems
especially
to
on the
slow
counter.
the game down for them. They looked bad in this game against Bournemouth. It didn't look good at all on
So
them.
this is what I'll say. I'll probably say let's just give him time. I mean, it's too early. It's too early. This is like the third or fourth
Yeah,
game. So
surprised
hopefully with
us.
time. Hopefully with time. But let's go to the
Ooh.
to the reason why we're here. The champions, those that have played in Europe and won it in Europe, unlike those that just make appearances in Europe. Well, first and foremost, I drank a lot of. First and foremost, I want to all the Chelsea fans. It was your tears that flooded our pitch yesterday. Your tears were falling from the sky from all over the
Broke,
world.
broke club.
Your
You guys should form the same
Chelsea,
WhatsApp group with
Chelsea,
Barcelona. You
Chelsea
and
tears,
Barcelona should have the same WhatsApp group. Broke
Chelsea
club,
tears waterlogged our pitches. They were crying
waterlogged
from all.
pitch,
They were
leaking
crying.
roof,
They were
leaking roof
crying.
rats in the stadium. Yeah.
Chelsea fans were crying different tears. In fact, some of them they switched off their phones, but their tears were very sweet. I mean, I took it in a
We
mug.
were meant to have one of them on this show with us.
I
We ran away.
used
We
I
couldn't
used I used Chelsea tears to drink tea this morning. After drinking this, I used it to make coffee to show you how excess of it. I'm going to use it to cook rice again this night. Their tears were so much. I mean, I have it in excess. I have gallons of Chelsea tears. I mean, I told you last time. I said this game, Amorim, I'm backing you all up to 90 minutes. All I want is a win. How you do it? Because that was the only record we were holding. Chelsea are not beating United at Old Trafford since 2013. So to come out of that game with a win, although like my manager said, we always complicate it for ourselves. Casemiro had no reason to be getting a red card. What? Hey, if there's no drama in Manchester United football match, it's not a Manchester. In fact, you're not watching Manchester United if there's nothing going on. But honestly, I'm just happy it's 3 points. I don't care how it is. But this is the context and perspective, right? Now we're just 3 points behind Arsenal. Just 3 points. And guess what? Guess what? And we're at the same points in Man City. So despite everything that is going on, Man United won. 3 important points. And I hope we kick on from here. Bayo, please, you take it from there.
You know,
I'm
my
relaxing for the United fans to finish gassing themselves up.
so I always tell some of my friends the only club that I really cannot, like, I'm always very sentimental when I talk about them, and I'm always not truthful, is Man United, because most of the times my emotions, just run, it kind of beclouds my judgments
Yes.
when it comes to United.
It
But
takes
every
you
other team I can see properly. So some of the things I might say might not be, factual, but just like I said, 3 points is just the best thing I can hope for. And I was telling today yesterday, if you remember,
it's all. It's
history
all. It's all.
history is, I always look up to that history. 13 games at Old Trafford. We've never lost against this team. Why would we lose now? It doesn't look like it. Truth is, we've been playing well, but Amorim has been
It's just our
under.
conversion. It's just our conversion.
So Amorim's pressure he should understand that you're coaching the best club in the world. Like, yes,
Is
arguably.
is Madrid dead?
I, now, Arsenal been the best as well. You can arguably say it's the best. But I just told you, I made a disclaimer. Sometimes I'm clouded by. So the things,
Boo to your disclaimer.
so,
Boo to your disclaimer.
you know, you said we won because of red card today. It's not true.
No, I haven't said anything yet. Oh.
They also they,
No, you
they
in the
also had a
initial
red card.
statement. See what led to red card is like someone say it was penalty. Something leads to penalty. Something leads to red card. It was pressure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, we
Pressure
like
bust pipes.
we killed them in that first 10, 15, 20 minutes. United was everywhere. And that's what I want from those guys. Most times when you look at them, they're always very like a bicycle. Like they don't even want to touch the ball. Especially when I see people like Shaw. He's always just playing it safe, going backward. I hate it when I see players. When you have the ball, you're always going. I hate to see that. But yesterday, you can see how we were pushing and pushing. And that was what led to the red card. Unfortunately for Maresca, that red card was not part of his plan. He kind of he disrupted. Or I don't even think he had any
I think
thinking
he
cap
lost focus. I don't. I think. I
because
mean,
all the
three subs immediately.
substitutions he made, I was
no,
like,
no.
"Is this guy?" He lost it. As
Yes,
soon as he got that red card, he lost it. It's like, what
he
is
didn't know
wrong
what was
with you?
going on. He didn't know what happened. He didn't know what happened.
But at the end of the day, 13 games at Old Trafford, no losses. It's a good win. And mentally, my team is not there. I feel like once they have that mental strength, I think they will do better. I really like Amorim. I really like him. I know he's stubborn. I know he doesn't want to change, but sometimes, you know, let's think about this. If Amorim has been winning with this style, would people have talked about it? Absolutely not. If he had been playing 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, whatever, people will still criticize because that club is the most criticized. Watch the Champions League during the week. United was not in the Champions League. Do you
But
know that
we're
they
still the
were
most talked
talking
about.
about
We're
United
still
all
talking
through?
about
No,
all
no, no,
true.
no, no, no. The
All
reason that
through.
happens,
No, 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 no,
The
no,
reason
no,
that
no,
happens, by
no, no,
Tunde,
no.
objectively,
No, no, no.
the reason
Regardless,
that happens is because, hold on, Tune, the reason that happens is because when the big boys in Champions League are playing, United fans will not know their place and not get
no,
involved.
we're not. We're
but
not
that's
talking
not.
Getting
We're not.
involved,
This is not
seriously.
and
about
that's why you
complaints.
still get criticized.
This is not
Go
about
to
Man United not paying.
go to
Go
Sky, go
everywhere.
to CBS, go to
We're
all
still
of those
they're still
stations.
talking about Man United. Regardless,
Everything they were talking about was about United. We're
still
not even in
United.
this league. We're not in this competition.
Because also
See,
because all your ex-players dominate those TV stations.
even
All
if,
your
if
ex-players,
no,
and they talk a lot
that's a
of
lie.
them.
Go to Sky Sports, go to TNT Sports. You see other
You
players there.
see Gary Neville, you
Go
see
to TNT.
all your
No, you
ex-players.
see
Roy
other.
Keane,
You still see other people. See, this is
when
the
No,
thing.
no, no.
when Bernardo Silva kicked an Arsenal player today, Roy Keane was celebrating.
This is the thing.
Now, hold on.
Regardless of whatever it is, when Man U beat Burnley 3-2, they say Man U we were lucky. When Liverpool beat the same Burnley 1-0,
See?
they say it was fantastic.
Oh yes, that I saw was
Look
They
at
say it was
that.
and that
fantastic
happens to
from our
Arsenal
side.
as well.
No,
If we play
nothing
bad
ever
and we win,
happens.
they say we
Nothing
are
ever
not playing
happens to
well.
Arsenal.
If we
Nothing
play
ever
well and we
happens to
still
Arsenal.
lose, they say we are not playing well.
Nothing ever happens to Arsenal. But guess
Okay.
what? Yesterday, everyone, even shame on those United fans that were hoping for Man United to win. Shame on them. But guess what? We have our 3 points.
This is my take on the game. Okay. My take is that, like I said at the preview, it's two mediocre teams playing themselves. That's number one. It was a battle of mediocre teams, right? However, I think yesterday's game showed Maresca for the mediocre coach that he is. When you get a red card in a game that is still 0-0, you don't make panic changes. Take off Esteval. I understand that. It's lightweight, right? It's lightweight. Take him off. And bring in a goalie, right? Good. And then go to a different formation, right? You can play one up front and then have Pedro Neto drop into the middle and support whoever you leave out there. Or even leave Pedro out there and drop um, drop Palmer and then the other guy into the middle. However, you started by taking off almost all his attackers. He almost took over everyone. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Are you going to defend from when did they get the red card? 5 minutes till the end of the game. That was a bit, I don't know, that decision for me found it a bit funny. Now, as per United, a win is a win, right?
That's all that counts.
But as we said about Liverpool earlier, there are still holes in the game, in the way United is set up. You guys may support Amorim all you want with playing his 3-4-3, right? But there's something fundamentally wrong with that style. When people make reference, they say, oh, Conte won with 3 at the back. But what Conte did not win with was 4 in the middle. Conte had 5 in the middle of the park. It was a 3-5-2 for Conte, not a 3-4-3. That 3-4-3 leaves you light in the middle of the park every time. Every time. And with the way he's playing the 3-4-3, again, it will keep wasting Mbuemo and Ahmad. It will waste one of the two of them. You have weapons. In fact, if you ask me, if I was coaching United, I don't care whether Pesco is scoring or not. I won't even start it. My attack will be Mbuemo down the middle or Cunha down the middle, Mbuemo on the wings, Ahmad on the wings. 4-3-3. And it's one more point before I let you guys go back to gassing yourself. It's a good win. Congratulations. However, you need to retire Casemiro.
I was surprised
You
that
need
they
to
didn't
retire
let him go
Casemiro
in the last
and
week.
get a
Seriously.
proper defensive midfielder.
So this is the
He
thing. This
has
is
lost
last
his legs. He has lost his legs. And because he has lost his legs, he loses his head in the game when they go past him. Because he's trying to overdo.
So this is last season. So I won't. We still need this experience because if you look at the DMs we have, it's still probably the best that we have at this point in time. Pending to others like Sekou Kone
If you guys,
and the rest are able to
if
step
you
up.
had drawn that game yesterday or lost it with the pressure
Obviously,
Chelsea put you on,
Obviously, it's down. But this is the thing, right? This is not
90%
the
of
first
Chelsea
time.
United fans would have been blaming Casemiro yesterday.
I would blame Casemiro, even myself, because this is
That
not the
red
first
card
time
was
Casemiro is
completely
going to do
unnecessary. I
something
don't
like this.
understand what he was trying to do
That's what I'm
on
saying.
both occasions.
It is not the first time Casemiro is doing it to Man United. Last season, even on that direct, it will be comfortable, and guess what? He lunges into a tackle. Even when we're in Champions League, he's done it numerous times.
Well,
even though I still
when
feel
was that? You said when we were in Champions League. How long ago was that? I'm trying to remember.
So
Because you said when we were in
let's
Champions League.
let's not do that. Come on.
You said when we were in Champions League. I think
regardless of when, the fact is, we're not there to be taking appearance like us now. That are those there to match.
Abi?
Okay, yes.
Anyway,
we came to the Champions League and we were there.
Now, Tesco 005. Tesco. We are going to 7.
Should we say your
And he's
correct
one of
start?
the most expensive
Zero.
players in the Premiership.
Should we say your correct? 0 attempt, running.
3 goals. 3 goals.
Against who?
3 goals
Against
counting.
who?
Nobody cares.
Did you not buy
That's
him?
3
Did you
goals.
not buy him to be scoring against Man City?
Okay. Whoever I like should score against. It's just funny.
Either ways, it's 3 points for me in the bag. I'm happy.
Tesco.
Chelsea
005.
tears all over.
Counting.
In fact,
matches.
since we beat
And
Chelsea,
then
everywhere has been cool and calm. Everywhere has been cool and calm. Chelsea fans have gone into hibernation.
So my
back
question for you,
losses.
before we go to the Arsenal game. So from overall, since the beginning of the season, and coming from last season's horrible performance for United, right? You've got in new players, fresh signings, really good players. I mean, I love Cunha. He was amazing yesterday. I liked him a lot. Um, where do you see United ending the season in terms of on the table?
On the table. I know we're going to
Be
be.
objective. Oh, don't let your
Yeah,
emotions.
I'm being objective now.
Okay.
The first 10 games I already anticipated is going to be tough, right? Sorry, the
Okay.
first 6 games is going to be tough, right? And already we have 7 points. I wasn't even expecting this much points, right? From this game. It's gonna get easy. Like Amorin said last season, better days are coming. Better days are coming. I'm serious. I don't see us getting below
Absolutely.
six position
So
this
top
season.
six.
Top six. I'm not first, second, third, fourth. But I know first six is kind of reasonable. We can be as bad as last season. No, it's gonna be
But just push back, right? You guys are playing just one major game every week. Shouldn't the club be aspiring for more, especially with the new guys you've brought in?
so. Let us be realistic as well while we're talking about this. So let's look at those other 5 teams and let's look at where they currently are. We're talking about Liverpool. We're talking about Arsenal. As much as I hate to admit, right? We're talking about Chelsea. We're talking about City. Newcastle is in the mix. Even as funny as it might sound, right? All those other smaller sides, like the Aston Villa, even though they are doing horribly bad, they are in that mix as well. So think about it
I mean, they
holistically.
vend they vend the right to be in
Top
that.
six is 5 and 6 is realistically okay
Okay.
for me. I won't maybe for next season, and I think this guy needs time. We'll just be fooling ourselves if we think miracles can be performed overnight. This guy he needs some time. Ateta, for example, how many years again, if you can remind me?
It's a lot. I can't. I've even forgotten. Me too, I'm tired.
So think about how long this good football didn't start overnight.
Yeah,
This competing for coming second, it didn't start after like 3 years, right? 3 or 4 years.
absolutely.
So let us, and I hate to be one of those people who would talk about getting the coach sacked. Not again. For how long would we? I think he's gone, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just keep going.
For how
Keep
long
going.
would we do that? So I'm really, really hopeful for the team, and I'm still kind of stuck with this coach. I don't care. I don't want him sacked. I think top six is realistic um, position for us for
I
this
mean,
season.
for someone who claims to be emotional about United, yeah, you sound like one of the most objective ones I've met. I also think that coaches should be given some time. Let at least let them cement their philosophy in a new
Within
team,
the team,
and then
yes
we'll see if it works or not.
or not. Yeah,
If you just every time sack a coach, sometimes it works. Like Chelsea was doing that for some time, just sack coaches and get a new coach, and they get a new bounce and they win, and they do this and they do that.
yeah.
But now, all of that pile up now is also telling on them, because when you look at Chelsea, there's a lot of confusion. And in my opinion, if you take out, let's say, Cole Palmer from that Chelsea team at the moment, there's
Teams
going to be a
lost.
lot of struggle,
Yeah,
you know. So it seems to carry a lot of that. So I agree with you. I think a top six, top seven
top
finish for
eight.
United, yeah,
Yeah,
should be a successful season. And if you surprise us and go on a winning run of 20 games and end
which is
up
not
15,
impossible.
oh yes, it's football. We've
It's
seen
football.
we've seen things happen. I mean,
Yes.
you have
Hundred
the
percent.
players. You have the players for it. The only real weakness I see in the United side
That midfield.
is that it's not even the full midfield, it's the base of the midfield.
Yeah,
It's the base where you have that defensive midfield, extra midfielder role, and then you need to figure out who is really the back three. They need to play together for long. But injuries does not help with that too. So, but you need to decide why are those back three. They need to have that understanding. Today is Euro. tomorrow is Mazraoui, tomorrow is somebody else. But again, let's not overdwell on United.
Yes.
I think we should. Tune
Yes.
is back. Lads,
Yes.
you're back.
Sorry.
Let's
I
go
had
to the
the I
last
had the
game.
network. Let's round this up with the game of the weekend.
Yes.
Game a lot of people are looking forward to. Manchester Arsenal versus Manchester City. A draw there, 1-1 draw. To be honest, I think you called this on Friday when we did our preview last week preview. I will talk about this that Arteta was going on. And I told someone, I said, the truth is Arteta is going to shoot himself in the foot. Why would you start 3 DMs? You had no reason. I watched that game and I was like, you know what? It got to a point where Man City became so comfortable. I tell you, today Arsenal got that draw thanks to individual brilliance of Eze. That is it. Individual brilliance. He saw the opportunity, saw the true pass one time, and he gave it to the best person, Martinelli, because he used his pace. Aside from that, Man City were comfortable because let me tell you what Arsenal were doing. They, they were crossing. They were not shooting from outside of the box when they're in positions. For the first time, Ateta ran out of ideas. He just started bringing in attackers. Oh, one area coming, this person coming, and for the first time as well, we saw Pep. I think Pep is, I don't want to say it, but it's becoming clueless nowadays. It's becoming very, very clueless. I mean,
You
against
know,
Arsenal
we
at the
mentioned that
Emirates.
maybe his era might also be coming to an end. You know,
Yeah, I
a little.
think so. I'm of
So
that
I don't think
opinion.
I don't think his era is coming to an end. I think this is what it is. I think and he mentioned it in his press conference. I think he's just not having that kind of money that he used to have to buy players. He's he buying
Yeah, and
the top
that's what will bring the era to an end. That's
because
it.
let's look at this. I have to give it to one player today, Tijani Randers, lovely footballer. I tell you, if not for him, Arsenal could have probably got him. He was there, he was holding up the play, driving the ball. If not for him, it could have been worse for Man City. But let's look at the signings, right? He's not getting the top of the range players anymore. He's spending money, but he's not getting the best that he used to get. He doesn't have the best winger, neither does he have the best DM or the best midfielders. Neither is his defense as well. Look at today. You got a whole Donnarumma, and Donnarumma got chipped. That is appalling. That is appalling. So for me, I'm not happy, but I'm also happy because he ended up in a draw, 1-1. Man City, we are the same points with Man City, despite losing to United, and we are just 3 points behind Arsenal. So at the end of the day, it doesn't look so bad
And
if you look at the
you are
context.
just 8 behind Liverpool. So you can still catch them. It's
No,
just 8.
no,
No, no,
listen,
no, no, no. We need to call everything. It's just 8. Fire,
and
what's
you're
your
five
take?
points, and you're 5 points behind Liverpool.
No,
But
no,
for
no,
me,
no. Forget
honestly,
about me. It's you
for me,
counting what
for
you
me,
are
for me,
behind.
just to finish my points up. Honestly, it was very disappointing from both managers. Arteta lost it for me from the lineup. I mean, you had Eze and Saka on the bench, and you started with Trossard. I didn't see how Jokeres was ever going to get the ball today. And then you remove Madueke, who was your shining light. And I'm asking, honestly, I questioned more about Arteta today than even Pep. I think Pep is just going through whatever because I don't know what his excuse is. Last season, he was going through a lot in his marriage. I don't know. Maybe he has found new love, or I don't know what is going on with him this season. But yeah, Bayo, please, you have the floor.
So I told Tunde this. I was like, this is me being realistic. I never saw Arsenal losing for a fact before the game. I told him, I said, Pep is just coming there to sit down and just wait. Which is exactly what he did. Because at this point, just like you said, Ateta made some silly errors. I don't know what Merino is doing. Why would you start Merino? I don't understand why you would start Merino. Leaving Eze out of that starting lineup. I cannot
It's
understand it. But
criminal.
truth is,
Criminal.
most of the coaches tend to justify their selections when they win. The only time we poke holes in them is when they lose, right? If he had won outrightly, we wouldn't be discussing this.
I will be discussing it, but go ahead, sir.
No, but we'll talk about it, but not this, because
You will not discuss me. I would have been screaming it. But go ahead.
because he actually got the points he deserved. Unfortunately, he could have had more if he had, started with like maybe Eze. Well, is Saka, is it not fit enough to start the game?
I mean,
That I'm
You had Eze. Saka is coming from injury, right? But put
that
in a
I'm not sure.
creativity.
Yeah,
Just put in a creativity there.
Okay, so Bayo, are you done?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So uh, on Friday when we're running the preview, right? I called it. I said, Ateta is stubborn. He's going to go ahead and start, especially when he did it against Atletico Bilbao. I knew he was practicing for the City game. I knew he was going to start Zubimendi, Rice, and Merino.
Marino.
And I said, listen, we play it safe because he is proud of that silly. He's proud of that silly achievement of not losing against the big six, some weird big six, not losing something that nobody cares about. And I told lads, I said, listen, start Nwaneri in the middle. If you don't trust him, start Eze in the middle of the park. Even if we lose, at least go for it. The old Arsenal of old will go, even with our mediocre players against the juggernaut that City was, we would go for those games. Now, you start a Merino who was lost for ideas. That guy got caught on the ball at least 3 times that I can remember. 3 times. What you will get with such a midfield is that the other team would definitely not get a lot into your box, right? It will seem as if you are in control of the game, but there will be no creativity and you can't do anything without control. I was checking at some point during the game, we had 33 touches in City's box and they had just
Yes,
5 in ours.
they are just five. Yes.
And Marino was on the field. If Eze was playing, right, and we had 33 touches in their box and Eze was getting in the box, we would have scored 1 or 2 in the first half. That's my belief. The pass
Even-
from Eze, the pass from Eze, right, is an unpredictable pass that a
unpredictable.
regular,
That
most
was
times we don't see
fantastic.
Arsenal play that kind
That
of pass.
pass
And
was
that is why
That
we
pass
got
was
Eze
beautiful.
for
phenomenal.
that unpredictability and you bench it. Now, on the Saka removing Madueke one, I didn't question it and I'll tell you why. When Madueke gets the ball, when he drives out wide, which always gave City the chance to
But he
double.
could have put Madueke on the left hand side.
No,
And
he didn't think Madueke does well on the left. And we've seen him play for left for Arsenal. He
I mean,
didn't do
just to
well.
keep look, Trossard didn't offer anything apart from keeping possession.
No,
You
Trossard
needed
actually
someone
played
to
well.
run.
No, I won't take that from him. He played well. He played well. And I think that Arteta bringing on more attackers wasn't in losing ideas. He was comfortable enough to do that because City kept bringing in defenders. Central, at a point, they had about 5 central defenders on the pitch. Ake was on the pitch. John Stones,
Yes.
what's his name? Diaz,
Ruben Diaz, yeah, he brought in a lot of
a
Guardiola
lot
and
of
everything.
defenders. They
Yes.
were all on the pitch. He was trying to secure that one goal.
But they were
Took off,
comfortable. But they were comfortable because Arsenal were trying to cross.
yes,
They
and
just kept on trying to cross.
I think that's why he brought Saka in. Because when Saka drives at you, he gives you the option of driving out wide to cross. If he sees it's not happening, it cuts back in a lot of times. And you see, Saka was getting a lot of joy cutting back in onto his left foot, which Madueke needs to learn to do. If he can learn to go past players and then cut to his left and try to bend the ball into the post, he will get a lot of joy with that. I'm happy for Martinelli. It was a good goal. I hope he continues to be our super sub. We could easily have lost that game today, objectively. And I blame Ateta 100%. In fact, Advaya would say 200%. It was horrible. How do you start against a City that is on the ropes? We did the same against Liverpool. We looked horrible. We are doing the same thing against City just to prove a point. And Immediately we brought in Eze and Saka. You could see that the ball movement up front became a
Yeah,
lot
it changed.
better. Even Gyökeres got a lot more in the game.
Yeah,
Got a lot
first
more
half,
in the game.
Gyökeres was, I don't know, he was just chasing.
What do
He
you
was
mean?
just
What's he going to
chasing.
do when he has Merino behind him? And Merino will get the ball and pass it back to Saliba.
So, you know what I've come to realize when Arteta wants to play safe. Once you see Merino in the starting lineup, you know he's going safe
Bro,
because
for how long? Hold on.
because
And
you know
I apologize for cutting you. How long are we going to continue to do that? You want to win things. You are going to have to get your respect from teams by beating them down. That's what City did. That's what Liverpool of old did. That's what Manchester United of old did. That's what the Arsenal of Henry did. You don't play it safe. You beat them down. They respect you. That's why these City players don't respect us. That's why when you see Bernardo Silva against us, he was busy pushing our players, doing all sorts of crap because they don't have any respect for our players. You are going to have to earn that respect from them. You are going to beat it out of them. Nobody's going to give it to you. You want to play it safe by bringing a one-dimensional man. Okay, tell me, what exactly does Merino do? That's 3 goals. That's
this was the question. This was the question
what
you
does he
asked on
do?
Friday.
Yes,
what
I'm
is
asking that.
Merino?
That's
Now
three
what is
goals.
Merino? Now what is
That
Merino?
3 hat-trick he had in the international break was one of the worst things that could have happened to us. It was one of the worst things that could have happened to us. Because the minute he scored those 3 goals, Arteta had an excuse to start putting him in the team. It is ridiculous. He's now going to, next week now, he's now going to start the regular players and will beat small teams 2-1, 2-0, 3-0, and we'll say Arsenal is back. Then, when we're going to play Chelsea,
The big
suddenly
sides.
you
The
see
big sides, yeah.
Merino back. You see Merino back in the side again. Doing what? To do what?
Honestly, I think Arteta, if you want to take it, yeah, okay, not to be biased. Yes, everybody knows I'm biased and I don't like Arsenal for one bit,
Nobody
not for one
cares. You
second.
don't care about that
But
either. You don't
but
like
this
it
is
either.
why. But you see, this is why. This is the reason why at the start of every season, myself and I'm sure like Bayo will always say, Arsenal are not going to win anything because of games like this, where we'll be confident that Arsenal will not win anything because of games like this. Because these are the games that you're meant to prove to everyone that I'm here for a reason. Let me tell you, a lot of people are watching this game to say, look, now you're on Liverpool still. Do you have that final gear just to take it to that final gear? And guess what? You proved everyone right again.
So let me support your point. We took a step towards that last season. We destroyed City, right? 5-1.
Mhm.
Even if we had gone out attacking and we just managed to beat them 2-1 today, that starts to put fear in the minds of teams around us that, listen, feels like these guys are the new City now. You have to be careful with them.
You have to, yeah.
Nobody respects us. Liverpool is still getting that respect. Yesterday, like I said earlier, I was watching the Everton game. Everton showed big time respect. But you needed to have seen that game. It was big time respect until they were losing 2-0 and then they decided like, what's going on? And they started attacking. And then it became clear that the gap in quality wasn't as much as they thought it was.
Wasn't as much, yes.
But if it's against us and you see small teams trying to attack us because they don't have respect for us, they'll be like, let's give it a shot. We can even get one goal and defend and go away. The thing they won't try when KDB was Gundogan, KDB, those guys were in City, they will beat that respect out of you. And I don't know what Arteta is trying to achieve. Anyways, I'm done ranting.
I understand. We understand.
It's your emotions. It's your emotions
Let it
talking.
out. That's why we're here. We're here to give you a shoulder
fine.
to cry on. We're here to give you a shoulder to cry on.
Yes, I mean, I've been giving you a shoulder to cry on for the past 3 seasons.
Goodness.
But honestly, just I don't know. I'm still gonna say, anyone that's playing Man City, they are there for the taking. They are
Absolutely.
I actually thought as Man City lost that game, or they were going to draw the moment they took off Haaland, because defensively he was giving everything. But something is going on with Pep. I keep looking at that team. yes, we know Manchester United. The truth is, Manchester United lost because of moment of switching off. We were still in that game,
Yeah,
and I'm still
absolutely. And
saying,
I thought you guys
Man, you were
would
still,
have
Man,
gotten
you were still
something
in
from
the
that
game.
game.
But let me tell you,
So you respected them too much. That was what I thought. You
Yeah.
didn't
but
attack them as I thought you
we
would.
didn't attack them as much, which was very disappointing. Because
Yes.
I'm going to tell anyone that's playing City, go and check how they're going to play the lower teams. I tell you, when Man City go play the likes of Bournemouth, when they go play the likes of Leeds, the likes of Sunderland, they're not going to find, because everyone's going to realize, guys, if we take out Doku and we take out Rodri, these guys are there for the taking. Their defense
Yes.
isn't that good.
Rodri wasn't even in the game today. He
Another thing
wasn't in the
people,
game today.
another thing
Doku
people
was
are
their
going to,
best player today.
another thing people are going to notice, if people think Bayinde cannot play, Bayinde actually can play from the back. You see this Donnarumma, once they pass the ball to him, he was shaking. He was shaking.
In fact, Gyökeres enjoyed chasing him down. He was
I'm telling you,
panicking.
it was towards I think in the 80-something minutes, they passed the ball to Donnarumma. Gyökeres was this close from getting that ball.
Getting him, yes.
Was this close. I tell you, Donnarumma, because honestly, for a goalkeeper of experience, they should not be chipping you from that point. They should not. So whatever is going on at Man City,
No, I think
he continue.
he underrated the speed of Martinelli to get to that ball. That's what I think happened to him. And again, the goal, the Haaland goal, number one, you started 3 defensive midfielders. Haaland walked right through the middle of that place.
Right through those guys.
So what is the essence of starting the 3 defensive midfielders? It is useless. Number 2, when Haaland was running at us, when Tijani was coming with that ball, game recognition and intelligence. If I was Saliba, I would try to take out, I would tilt a little bit towards Haaland.
Talking of Saliba, Tunde.
No, hold on. The reason is this. I will tilt towards Haaland, and this is the reason. Haaland one-on-one with a goalkeeper is one of the scariest things you can see in the world. 9 out of 10 times he will score.
He will score, yeah.
So I will try and take away the option of passing to Haaland. That's what I'm saying. Give him the option of Doku or option of running through by himself. Doku or Tijani Renders, for me, cuts the chance to 50-50. That's game recognition. You don't give the best player the chance. You understand? When you pass the ball to Haaland, you are dead. Full stop. There's no comma in it. But if you give the chance, in fact, if I was him, I go towards Haaland and then try to see if Timber can cut out Tijani Renders, and then he will pass to Doku, which takes the ball a bit wide. But he was running at you and you kept facing him and Haaland just ran through. You can't do that. You should be experienced enough at this point to know that, oh, this guy here is the most dangerous striker in the world at the moment. This is not Chama we are talking about. This is Haaland. This is Haaland. It's not Benta. It's Haaland. You give him, I would all day long, I would take away the Haaland option. That's it. And risk the rest. I'm not saying the rest will not score, but it reduces their chance to 50-50 in my mind.
Yes.
Haaland's chance, when he gets that ball from the way he's running straight at the goalie, is 90% to score. Anyways, thank you guys.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bayo, for coming on.
Bayo, we appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Bringing you back home. The next time United loses, I'm making sure you're on this program.
we hope to see you. We hope to see you more, especially when we want to do the preview for the bigger games, to hear your opinion, and hopefully hope to see you more on the channel. But guys,
thank you so much. We appreciate you, Bayo.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. All right, everyone, have a good week. And
hey, before you go, remember, watch, subscribe,
like, share, do all the good stuff, everything, and support United all the time.
Yeah. If you like supporting losers, please go ahead and do that.